G'day guys, it is Trav here from Neighbourhood. Are you wanting to cut down your admin time of trying to tee up a time with your team and prospective clients for meetings? Well, this is where creating team links or round robin links comes in handy, showing your clients group availability so that you can collaborate without the hassle of going back and forth. Let's dive into how we can do that right now. But as a heads up, you'll need either Sales or Service Hub, professional level or enterprise for this feature. If you're actually keen on some more practical help inside HubSpot, Neighbourhood does offer some comprehensive, easy to follow course so that you're making the most out of your HubSpot investment. Stay tuned for more info at the end of this video. And if you're wanting to take this learning offline, we'll include a downloadable PDF in the description below. So to get started, we want to go to the sales area and then drop down to meetings. So there's three different types of meeting types. If we click on this scheduling page here, we will see that there's a one-on-one, group, and round robin. And Liv, in our last video, which will be linked up one of these corners here, we'll talk to you more so around the one-to-one. She steps through how to set up a meeting one-to-one and how to sort of configure it all. In this one specifically, I'm going to be talking around group meeting links and round robin links. And understanding what the difference is between them two, and then doing a bit of a speed round on setting them up. If you've got any questions or you become a little bit stuck, make sure you use the comment section below and we'll be happy to answer any of those questions because there's so many different scenarios you can use this for. This is a use case that I'll make today, but if you do get a little bit stuck, we're always here and happy to help out in any way we can. So first case that we can see is group. So group is perfect for people that you need a part of a meeting. So say for example, you have a sales rep and then you need a matter expert to be a part of that call. So for example, in my sales process, we want our head of strategy to be in that. So what I want to do is I want to connect up Dom, who's our head of digital strategy, and my calendar together. And we want to share it in a link to say when we're available, when we're looking at two different calendars. So it'll only show the availabilities of what's happening in both of those calendars. If you have a look down here on the view use cases example, I want my manager to be invited into all meetings, or I would like to, my colleague and I to share a project, and I want both of us to be on the call for maybe a proposal of a document of something sorts. So that's great where it will show only the availability based on the availability of all the calendars put together and just show the open spots available there. Round robin is a different example. If we look here, is that basically it is going through a group of reps who are available at that specific time. One of the things that I like at the very bottom that you can see here is I want to replace my requested demo with a link to book a time of any of my company representatives. Perfect for being on a website, and then if you've got a handful of reps or sales reps, you can click on it and it will basically detour to whoever is available. So what we're going to do is do a bit of a speed round on setting these both up. In this example for the group, I will use the example of both one that I spoke about before, Dom and myself, having to discuss a sales, having an exploratory call with a sales prospect. So in this, I would click on the group. And the internal name, I will say Dom and Trav Sales Explore. We're business unit. The organizer, I'm Travis. The title of it is Explore Session with Dom and Trav from Neighbourhood. Perfect. Location, we always do them on Zoom. If we had it connected, we would select Zoom there. Or if it's in person, I would put our address there as well. Always like new feature, might not be so new when you're watching this video, but you can cancel and reschedule. Always put that one in there. I see a lot of people in my travels in this, just not necessarily putting a lot of work in the description. I think it's very important that you put the purpose of the meeting in this description and really sort of like give it a bit of girth to give the prospect or whoever you're speaking to a bit more of an idea of how it should be structured. I won't do it today, but in this instance, I'd put something along the lines of, we're very excited to be sitting down to find out how Neighbourhood could be helping you. The agenda for this is to go through and understand what you need, how we can help, yada, yada. And in the end, we'll come through with a bit of a solution on how we can help you. It really does help bolster a bit more credibility when you are going through that process for face value. And then what we want to click on here is go to next. Now in this instance, we want to go through and we want to connect two people's calendars based on it. So we're going to go through, we can see that my calendar has been connected. I want to add a team member, and we can see here that Dom Carlin's here. So I want to click on that one as well, and I'll confirm that too. So we can see that Dom's been added here. Just for demo purposes, it would say calendar connected, and it would say check availability here too as well. So we're going to click on next. Let's pretend it's connected in this instance. So now we're looking at the front side. So what is the prospect, or what is the person that's filling out this meeting link form? What are they going to be seeing? Well, in this I can see that we've got our scheduling page. So Dom and Trav Sales Explore, that's fine. The meet, so this is the meet with Trav White, meet with Trav and Dom. We'll change this, and Dom from Neighbourhood. This is where we're changing this. Now our exploratory sessions go for 1 hour. We don't try to give too much flexibility in regards to that, just because we want to make sure, I might spell Neighbourhood right, but we want to make sure that we adhere to the time. So we want to click on this. We want to go to 1 hour. By and large, if you want to have more time, you can click through and actually go through and select, half an hour and an hour and a half. And you'll see on the right-hand side here, they'll have the ability to click through how much time, and then that will change specifically to what is available on both of those calendars. But in this instance, we're going to do 1 hour. Choose your time zone. Now, these are the days and availability you want them to book in there. Now, we don't do meetings on Mondays and Fridays. They're usually sort of administration execution days. So we're just doing 9 to 5, but maybe we might want to just kick our meetings off at 10, just because we want to get our mornings all sorted. So we'll go through and just move that up there. And we always like to cut off the hour at the end of the day to make sure that we have enough time to wrap up what we've done for the day as well. So we've seen it's considerably dropped down the availability time here. And if we click on additional settings here, we can go a company avatar instead of my face, or custom image. Now these are very, very important. Now we can basically have a custom date range. That's perfect if you are working at conferences and events, and you basically want to say, hey, we're going to be at this conference events during these dates or time periods. But in this instance, we've got rolling weeks. So it's now providing us this week and next week. I do recommend, if you are working in a sales seat, to not let it go any further than 2 weeks. If you click down here, you can sort of extend it out to sort of 11 weeks. Just remember, the longer that you leave it, the lesser chance that you'll have to sort of convert that in a sales seat as well. So just keep that in mind, but I always like to do this in next week. Minimum notice period, 15 minutes. So they can book you 15 minutes before you need to be there. I always bring that a bit forward, if anything, a couple of hours, just to help prepare yourself if need be, or even a day. The buffer time between meetings, so they're able to book 15 minutes after another meeting's finished on your calendar. And the start time increments, so it can start at say 12 o'clock, 12:15, 12:30, 12:45, 1 o'clock. You can sort of bring them up or down if need be, but 15 minutes is fine as well. Booking page, language and date format as per their side. That's a great one too. So say for example, so we're in Brisbane, Australia at the moment. Say for example, we want to talk to somebody over in New Zealand. It would go through and actually show their time on our calendar, so it actually works out so they can work it out on their side as well. So that's very, very, very helpful. Very thoughtful from the guys over there at HubSpot. So we've got a confirmation email, and then I always like to do a pre-reminder as well, and invite the description. That's where that sort of description came through that I asked you to add a lot of body to. This just reminds them to attend the meeting, and you'll definitely lower the amount of no-shows that you don't have. And then we create the scheduling page. You'll see here if I click here, and it will pop up. This is now Dom and Trav from Neighbourhood, and I'm able to go through and select the different times that we've got there, which is really, really good. But say, for example, I wanted to do a round robin. You're working on a SaaS business and you've got a demo and you want it to be on your website, and you've got about 10 or 15 different reps. In this instance, I would go and create a scheduling page, click on round robin, and then I would enter the information here. I'll fast track it just for the sake of time. Make sure you enter information into this description. It's very helpful. A lot of people don't do it. So in this screen here, this is where we're going to add all of our reps for the round robin. So if we add the team member, we'll go through we're just gonna add them all through. So at the moment, we've got 6 reps. We wanna confirm. Again, in this example, they are disconnected, but just pretend that they are. So we'll go through here, meetings, book a time. We've got the URL, book a demo, welcome. Now, prioritizing the contact owner is very, very, very helpful because we want to make sure that that person always speaks to the person that they've spoken to before. So I always like to do a prioritize the contact owner. I put a title in there, a description, and the default image, because that means that they can actually go through and book a time with the person that they've spoken to. I do highly recommend doing this as well because I think that there's people build relationships with people in companies and not the companies themselves. So make sure you have that turned on. It's all right if you're not using contact ownerships, but please look into it. Meet with us, book a time. You can put whatever you like in there. And then schedule, so we want to make sure that you can go through and you can book some times. We do half an hour demos, that sounds good. Find a time to meet with Neighbourhood. The additional settings that we've got down here, again, much the same as I just spoke about. And then a pre-meeting reminder with the description, remember that one. And then we're scheduling that page there. So we can click on this, and this is book a demo. You'll see when this pops up, this looks a little bit different from last time because we clicked on the prioritize the contact ownership. So what will happen here is that if I go through and I click on nbh.co and click on start booking, what it's doing on the back end is it's saying, okay, who is the contact owner of this person? Is that person available? If that person isn't available, we'll just give it to somebody else. So we'll click on that. Lo and behold, it is actually me. So we'll go through and we can just book a time and then go ahead and confirm that. So there you have it. Now you know how to book meetings for groups and also round robins. If you're wanting to make the most out of your HubSpot investment, Neighbourhood does offer a step-by-step course covering marketing, sales, service, and CMS Hub in detail, ensuring you and your team are serving your customers while developing efficient internal processes. We'll include a link for this below. As well, if you're after the PDF version of this for later or you're passing it on to a mate in need, we'll include it in the description below. And if you've gained value from this video or you're keen to learn more about HubSpot, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. But for now, that's it for me, and happy HubSpotting.